Good afternoon, students. Welcome to the today's class. We are going to see the new page. So we are going to look at lecture number 4, unit number 4. Okay, so another class is required to continue to conclude this. Another 2 lectures are required to conclude this unit. Okay, we quickly complete this one. Okay. So today's topic is dice game. The last class we have seen that the add shift multiplier. The basic idea behind this one is instead of conventional multiplication, we use first addition of the multiplicand with multiplier, and we have to shift the information to the right hand side. That's what we have done. Okay, so and so many varieties of things also we have seen as what is the SM chart and all other things. Similar concept we have to apply for this dice game as well. Okay, so what is this dice game? Everybody knows that. Okay, dice game is actually it's a we have to take 2 dice. Okay, each die consisting of 6 numbers, and we have to roll the 2 dice. Certain number will come. Okay, so depending upon the number, whether you maybe win the game or maybe you may lose the game. Okay, so that's what the basic idea behind that one. Okay, so if you want to play this game, we have to follow certain rules. Okay, so what is the rules? That means when you will win, when you will roll the game again. Okay, start the game again, or when you will lose, what number will be responsible if you want to lose the game, if you lose the game. Okay, so in that situation, we are going to consider the rules is something like this. Okay, just a second. Uh, so this is the rule game of the rule. Okay. Okay. Okay, this is the electronic dice game. Actually, what will happen? We have a one die here, something like this, having 6 numbers, of course. So it has got 6 faces. Okay, this is the first phase, second phase, third phase. So something like this. Fourth back is fourth, bottom is also third, and bottom is the fourth one. So something like this it will be like. Okay, so as everybody knows that dice consisting of 6 numbers. Okay, it consisting of 6 numbers, first die. Similarly, we have to consider the second die. It is also required. It also contains 6 numbers. So what is the maximum? What is the minimum number here now? Suppose if it is 1 here is obtained. Here also 1 is obtained. So what is the minimum number? So 2 is the minimum number. What is the maximum number that we'll get? 6 maybe. Okay. So therefore 12 is the maximum number. So therefore this is the minimum sum. Okay. Minimum sum, maximum sum. Fine. So keep it aside and let us consider the game. Okay. So after the first roll, just please carefully understand, because based on this one only we are going to construct into each and everything. Okay. So what we can understand that. So after the first roll of a dice, player wins. So the player wins when the sum is 7 or 11. So as soon as first you take the dice and roll it once. If you find that the sum is 7 or 11, what does it mean? Sum is, for example, this is a 3, this is the 4, for example. Okay, so what is the sum here is a 7. So if you find that 7, automatically you will win. And otherwise it may be maybe 4, it may be 3 also can possible, doesn't matter. Okay, ultimately the sum should be 7. For example, if it is sorry, For example, it requires, for example, 5, this is 6, for example. So what is the sum value? 11. So it may be 6 hours, it may be 5 hours, whatever it may be. Okay, of course, then also we can find it's 11. So the first time, if you take a die, once you roll, if you find that 7 or 11, so if it says that you win the game. Okay, so you wins the game. So that's what you have to remember. So when it is possible, the first time you have to remember the first roll is we have to consider, and the sum value should be 7 and 11 or 11. Clear? Okay. The same time, the first time if you roll, if you're not getting the 7 or 11, for example, you the sum is 2, sum is 2, or sum is 3, sum is 12, for example, then you will lose the game. Okay, so if it is 2, if it is 3, or if it's 12, you automatically lose the game. If it is 7 or 11, you win the game. So first time. Okay, first time, this is what you have to remember. As soon as you take the game, as soon as you take the dice and you roll it first, and you find 7 or 11, you win the game. 2, 3, or 12, you will lose the game. I hope you understand this point. Okay. Okay. On the subsequent or second or subsequent roll of a die, the player wins if the sum is equal to point. Okay, what does it mean? For example, you first you are rolling this one. Okay, you did not get 7, or you did not get 11, or you did not get 2, 3, 12. Okay, it's not possible. And because so many other possibilities are also there. Okay, apart from this one, we can see other numbers also. Okay, 7, 11, 2, 3, 12 కాకుండా ఇంకో నెంబర్ కూడా వచ్చే అవకాశం ఉంది కదా. ఓకే, అప్పుడు మీరు ఏం చేయాలి? వాట్ వీ హ్యావ్ టు డూ దట్, సో వీ హ్యావ్ టు సేవ్ దట్ సమ్ ఇంటూ ఏ పాయింటర్. దట్స్ వాట్ వీ హ్యావ్ టు డూ. ఓకే, ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ 5 వచ్చింది అనుకో, ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్. సో దట్ మీన్స్ ఇక్కడ 2 వచ్చింది, ఇక్కడ 3 వచ్చింది, ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్. Then what is the sum value? Is the 5. If it is the 5 is there and you have to use one pointer, then you have to store that 5 into the pointer, right? So whatever the sum value is there, other than the 7, 11, 2, 3, 12, we have to store that one into a pointer. Is it clear? Okay. Now the second time, so this is what actually the first time. First concept is whether this one or maybe this one. Okay, na? Second, that's what we have to remember. So third point in the first step is there may be a possibility of the third case also, other number. Okay, na? Other number, other sum, for example. Then store it in pointer. Store it in pointer. 3 points you have to remember, right? Okay. Now you are doing. Now let us consider the second time. Okay, second time you are rolling. Second time, if you are rolling, for example, the player wins if the sum is equal to the point. Okay, for example, second time roll చేస్తున్నారు. For example, in the నేను చెప్పాను 5 వచ్చిందని చెప్పాను. Second time you're rolling, again you find a 5, again you are getting the 5 value. Then this 5 value is equal to the point value, 0.5. Okay, pointer value. If this is equal to the pointer value, if it is equal to the pointer value, then immediately we can say that you win the game. Okay, so you will win the game when the second time if you roll, that value is equal to the pointer value of the first roll you have rolled. Okay, and for example, second time we roll just the first thing, this is what we have to remember. The second point we have to remember is that, so if you find the second time you roll చేసారు, for example 7 వచ్చింది. If it is a 7, then automatically you lose the game. Okay, so therefore after this one, for example 7 కూడా రాలేదు, for example the third point ఏంటి, 7 కూడా రాలేదు, 5 పాయింట్లో ఉన్నదానికి రాలేదు, 7కి రాలేదు. Then what we have to do? For other case, we have to roll again until you may win the game or you may lose the game. Clear? These are the 2 points that we have to remember. Is my voice is audible? Can you please help me to please type?
Yes, sir, audible.
My voice is clear.
Yes, sir, clear.
Please type it in the chat box. Students, are you there? Okay, clear. Fine, thank you. Okay, so now this is what we have to do. Okay, so what is the generalized architecture for this game? Okay, the second point is general block diagram. Okay, for this game. Okay, so something like this it is. You can see here. Okay, I think better instead of doing this one, first of all, I want to write it as a flow chart for whatever we have learned so far here. Almost 6 steps that we have seen. All these 6 steps we have to look at by using some flow chart. Okay, so that's a better thing. Copy and then paste. Okay, so it is easy to understand the flow chart so that we cannot forget about what this game is all about. Okay, flow chart of this game. It's a flow chart. Okay, something like this. So first of all, we are rolling the game. Okay, roll the die. If sum is equal to 7 or 11, so it is true, for example, then you may win the game. Okay, you may win the game. And then we need to say whether reset button is also there. For example, we have a button is there, one reset button is also there. Just to press the reset button says that, okay, we are starting the new game. Okay, if you are pressing that one, yes, it will start the rolling again. Otherwise, you have to say they're in the same state, for example. Okay, as simple as that. If it is 7 or 11, clear? Now, if some value is not 7 or 11 for other number, that means whatever it may be, for example, first time we are talking about this about as a first time. Okay, if it is 2, 3 or 12, if it is true, then what we have to do? What we have to do? We have to go to the lose game. So you will lose the game. Okay. So once again, if you press that button, you will go back to the initial position, or otherwise you have to be there in the same position. Is it clear? First point, first two are completed. Okay, here I have defined is the first 2 points. The first 7 or 11 are 2 or 3. Next one is some point related information that we have to do. Okay, so if it is not true, for example, 2, 3 or 12 is not there. Okay, then we have to store the information in a point register. Okay, and then we have to store here, and we have to start a rolling again the game. So this is called the second time we are rolling the die. Okay, okay, fine. Next, so here we start our dicing the game, rolling the die. If you find that some value, whatever the once you roll, if the roll value is some value, the some value is equal to point registered value. If it is true, then you have to win the game. Then you will say that we can say that you won the game. Okay, otherwise, what is otherwise? If some value is equal to 7, for example, this value is equal to 7, for example. Okay, this value is equal to 7, for example, you may lose the game. That's it. Okay. So therefore, so whatever the discussion that I have done here, so the same discussion we have written in the form of a flowchart. Okay. Clear? Fine. Next. Next, let us talk about um, FM chart for this one, FM block. Okay. Okay. Otherwise, best we can start with the SM chart first. Not before SM chart, we'll go for the SM graph. Sorry, state graph. Let us look at. Okay, the state graph. State graph or state table or dice scheme. Okay, before going to that one, we start about. Before going to that one, actually, it is a control unit. Actually, okay. Uh, Let us keep this one is aside. First of all, I want to draw the block diagram, then we'll go for it. That is a better thing. Okay. So, general block diagram, let us write now. And its inputs and output. Okay, how this diagram is look like? Let us consider that one. Okay. Okay, this is how it look like. Okay. So this, since it is an electronics dice game, therefore we cannot physically, we don't have a dice. Okay, that means something has to generate 6 numbers. Okay, so for that one, I'm going to use the counter. It has to count six counts. Okay, 0, 1 to 6. It has to count for one die. So I'm going to consider another counter. It is also resemblance of the second die. Okay, so die has to show from 1 to 6 numbers. Okay, for first die 1 we can consider. Die 2 is also considered 1 to 6. So instead of using the physical dice, we use the counter. Okay, as soon as you have to give some control signal to that control signal, roll control signal, that means enable signal to the counter. We have seen how to give the enable to the counter. As soon as one enable signals come to the counter, it automatically counts the number. Once you press it roll button, once you use this roll signal, and it is the enable signal to the counter 1, enable signal to the counter 2. So therefore it will give you some kind of, for example, 2 number it will give, or maybe first 3 maybe give. Okay, something like this, it will generate the numbers. So that will be displayed, by using display numbers. Okay, fine. So far so good. Now, so what we have to do, once this number is displayed or number is generated, that must be summed. Okay, for that sum we have to use this adder signal is required. Adder is required. Physical adder is required. Okay, so therefore it will produces a sum signal. So what the sum signal has to do, it has to store in some pointer, right? So pointer lo some value store chestuntam. The pointer we have to store the some value. Okay. Second row వేసినప్పుడు ఏం చేయాలి మనం? We have to compare this sum value to the pointer value to the sum pointer. Okay, sum. So it is generated, the comparator is required for us for comparing the sum value and pointer value. So whether it is equal or not equal, that's how we can do. Okay. And whatever the sum value is there, this is actually the second time that we are talking, second role, second time, if you whatever the things are there that we do from this second one. For the first time, what we have to do, we take the sum value, okay, and we have to test whether the following signals have been identified or not. That means signal 7 has to be generated or not, signal 7 or 11 signal has to be generated or not, 2 3 12 signal has to be generated or not. What does it mean? So let us, I'm writing here, for example, the sum value is there here, the sum is coming here. Okay, for example, the sum value is equal to 7, it has to generate one signal. Okay, it is a signal for, I think that is better to write in the form of a signal for D7. This D7 is nothing but okay, data 7 is some name they have given. Okay, because the 7 has two possibilities. Okay, one first time వచ్చినప్పుడేమో win అవుతాం, సెకండ్ రోల్ వచ్చినప్పుడు ఏమవుతుంది, ఫెయిల్ అవుతారు, అంతే కదా. So that's the reason why we are using the separate name for the 7. Okay, for example 7 or 11 కాదు, 7 కానీ 11 కానీ వచ్చింది అనుకోండి ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్. Okay, then we are going to use D711 that we have to use. Okay, this is the one signal. Okay, just for the name of signal, for example, ఇది A అనుకుంటాను, ఇది B అనుకుంటే, it doesn't matter. Okay, and for example 2 3 2 కానీ 3 కానీ 7 12 కానీ వచ్చింది అనుకోండి for example, then what is the value? We can say that we may lose the game. So therefore D2 3 12, that is the name that they have given. Instead of this one, we can call it as a C also. Okay, so nothing more than that. Okay, so therefore this is the information that we have to write in this way. So that is what the test logic is required here. Okay, now so according to the data in signal something like this, the control unit has to generate the necessary signals. What are the necessary signals? It will generate the win option, or it may be generate the lose option. Okay, but once whether it is dice is the game is started or not, that is decided by the reset signal. Okay, so whether rolling has to be done or not, that is decided by roll button. We have to use called roll button. So once you press this, first we have to clear the content of all the flip-flops available in the control unit and everything. We have to use the reset first, then we have to start RB. If RB is true, then what is happening, it is generated this signal. Okay, and therefore the remaining things will be happening here. Okay, so therefore మిగతా అంతా కూడా జరిగిపోతుంది, ఒకసారి రోల్ బటన్ చేసినప్పుడు మిగతా అంతా కూడా జరిగిపోతుంది. వన్స్ సిగ్నల్ గేమ్ అయిపోయింది అనుకోండి, ఇది విన్ కానీ లూజ్ కానీ వచ్చింది అనుకోండి, సరే ఉంది. సో విన్ కానీ లూజ్ వచ్చేంత వరకు మనం ఏం చేయాలి, ఈ గేమ్ అయ్యేంత వరకు మనం ఏం చేయాలి, రోల్ బటన్ ప్రెస్ చేస్తూనే ఉండాలి. వన్స్ రిసెట్ సిగ్నల్ అప్లై చేశారనుకోండి, ఓకే, దెన్ వీ హ్యావ్ విన్ ద గేమ్ ఆర్ లూజ్ ద గేమ్, వీఆర్ స్టార్టింగ్ ద న్యూ గేమ్. సో దట్స్ వాట్ ద మీనింగ్ ఆఫ్ దిస్ వన్. Clear? Okay, so therefore what are the signals that we are using here? That's an important. Okay, these are the signals that I'm using here. For the sake of simplicity, I'm writing this one. So these are the names, the input and output names of this thing in this particular game. Okay, input and outputs, necessary signals. Signals. Okay, so as I mentioned that this signal is active if some value is some of the dice is 7. If this value is active, then if equal to 1, if it is equal to 1, if the sum value of the dice is 7 or 11, something like this, we have seen already. We have seen. So roll is nothing but 1 enables the dice counter. So therefore what is the role here is that it is enable signal to the counter. That's what you have to remember. So when RB is equal to 1, which means that roll button is pressed. So when the roll button is pressed, then only the roll signal will be activated. ఇది ఉన్నప్పుడు మాత్రమే ఇది వస్తుంది అనమాట. ఓకేనా, రోల్ బటన్ లేకుండా రోల్ అనేది యాక్టివేషన్ ఉండదు. ఓకే, So remaining things are it is self-explanatory. No need to go for that one. Okay. First and foremost important thing is that it's very important to note that how do we generate the control signal of the dice game. ఓకే అంటే ఇప్పుడు ఎప్పుడు యాడ్ ఎప్పుడు కౌంట్ అనేది స్టార్ట్ అవ్వాలి ఎప్పుడు ఎడిషన్ జరగాలి ఎప్పుడు హౌ వెన్ ద పాయింట్ ద రిజల్ట్ విల్ బి స్టోర్డ్ ఇన్ ఎ పాయింటర్ వెన్ ఇట్ హ్యాస్ టు కంపేర్ ద థింగ్స్ ఆల్ దిస్ ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ will be synchronized or can be controlled by the control unit, right? So therefore the designing of the control unit is very, very important. Okay, so therefore with the help of these input signals, of course this is also one input signal, both are equal, then it will give this information and then it can say that it is winning the game. Okay, and it is also generated a pointer, that means we have to store the pointer, enable signal for the pointer actually. Okay, whenever the enable signal is there for the pointer, then only it can store the some value of this one. Okay, so unless otherwise ఇది చెప్పకుండా ఇది స్టోర్ చేసుకోవాల్సిన అవసరం లేదు. ఓకే, మనకి ఎప్పుడు స్టోర్ చేసుకోవాలనేది కూడా మనకి ఇక్కడే వస్తుంది. సో therefore it's very important to note that the designing of the control unit is a question for us. Okay, so now we are going to use the control state graph for the control unit and SM chart for the control unit first. Clear? What we are going to do? We are going to develop the state diagram for the control unit and SM chart for the control unit for the time being. Later we talk about the remaining things. Okay? Okay. Next. State graph for control unit of dice game. Okay, fine. I hope we have already done this one. So this is actually the dice game control unit. Okay, state graph, very simple state graph. So just you have to remember this way. Just follow the instructions. For example, we are there in the state S0. Okay, as I mentioned that every control unit is actually sequential circuit. The sequential circuit consisting of memory element, whatever the content there in the memory element, we can say that the state of the system. Okay, S0 is the state of the system. Okay, if you're not rolling anything here, if RB, so RB dash, okay, RB is, it means that one value. Okay, RB dash stands for 0. If RB value is not there, that means you have to remain in the same state. Ante kada? I think I have to use another. So you must be same in the same state. Clear? Fine. For example, roll button is there. For example, roll button is there. Then where you have to go? If the roll button is there, then we have to go to the next state called S1. A state called S1. For example, the state is changed. That's all. Okay. So roll button to another state. That means the content of the flip-flops will changes. Fine. Now, so therefore, if this is what actually RB is equal to 0, RB is equal to 1. Here RB is equal to 0. Okay, we don't print any kind of outputs at this point. The output is equal to 0. No need to do anything here. Just state is changed. Okay. For example, if your roll button is equal to available, okay, and roll signal has to generate it. If that case also, you have to be there in the same state. Okay. So what I'm doing here, if RB is equal to 0, which means that you should be remains in the same state. If RB is equal to 1, for example, okay, then what we have to do, we have to change the state. Very, very important. Change the state. Okay, state changes here. State change out there. So, but actually, what we have to do, with an output is equal to roll. With an output, with the output is roll. Roll on a signal generate jayala. Okay, that means this is what I'm saying that. So whenever this value is equal to 1, so immediately the control unit has to generate the roll button is equal to 1 and then activate jayala. So when the roll button is equal to 1, then the roll output must for the control signal, if you consider here, roll is RP is the input for this one. What is the output for this one? Roll is an output for this one. Antega? Okay. And the reset is also one input to this one. Reset is also one input. So according to the inputs, it has to generate the outputs. So before going to that one, it's better to consider what is the input and output for a controller. Okay. So what is the input for this one? RB is a one input. Okay. Reset is one input. Okay. Next, another input is equal. Equal is the one input. So here is the equal is the one input. Okay, D7 is one input. D711 is one input. D2312 is one input. Ante kada? So ivanni kuda. So 1, 2, 3. These are all the three also there. And antena? Yeah. What are the outputs here now? Output is roll. Inko output the win. Another output is lose. Another output is SP. It is generated. So therefore the input output for input outputs for control unit. Control unit. So based on this control unit information only, we have to draw the state diagram. Okay. So I think it's better to copy this one and paste it here. Okay. Okay, fine. Now it's clear. So what is happening here? No. Okay, it's better to keep it short. Okay, fine. Yeah, where it has gone? It has gone to another one. Okay, fine. Okay, so you are there at the roll button is completed here, and you are there in this particular one. Now, in this state, for example, okay, when you will win the game, if 7 or 11 is there, then you maybe win the game. Therefore, roll button is not equal to 0. See here, carefully you have to understand. Roll button is not there, but there is a signal called D7 and 11. Okay. At a roll it's not necessary to write RB dash, but simply we have written, which means that RB is not there. That is meaning of that one. Okay. So implicitly we have mentioned that one. So what is happening here? If this is the case, D711 is there. Ultimately, you have to go to the state called S2, for example, some state, and you say that we have win the game. You win the game. Okay. Clear? For example, so D711 is not there, but there is a D2312 signal is there, right? Then what we have to do, we have to go to the next state called lose state. Okay, lose state you have to go. Clear? I hope this point is clear to everyone. Okay, next. So the first die is completed. The first die, according to the whether lose or win or lose the thing information is completed. But the first only, the third point is pending is there. Okay, so that's what we have to think about it. So what about it is not there, for example. Of course, we talk about here. Once it is, we are losing the game, winning the game, and we can start the, if the reset signal is not there, you are there in the win state. If the reset signal is not there, you are there in the same state. For example, reset signal start. Then again, you have to start a new game. Again, we have started new game. Okay, after work, okay, that's fine. What is the next one? The third step, what is the third step? We think about D711. Okay. It is also actually a small mistake is there. So if this condition is not there and this condition is also not there, and it is also actually D23 and 12 is also not there. So what is not there? D711 is not there. D2311 is also not there. Okay, so in that situation, what we have to do, it has to generate the new signal. It has to generate the new signal that is called S4. Sorry, it has to go to the new state called S4. With the generation of, we have to store the pointer signal. That means it generate చేయమని చెప్తున్నాం అన్నమాట. Okay, so it is not there. This is also not there. Then if that is the case, what it has to generate? SP has to generate. That means what it says that, so if SP is not, if SP is generated, if SP can get generated is there, whatever the sum value is there, the sum value will store in this particular point register. Okay, fine. Now, so now the roll button is not there. Of course, the roll button cannot be there at this point. Therefore, you have to remain in the same state. Okay. So if the roll button is second time you are doing, here actually from here onwards the second time, but rolls or dice are rolling. Okay. Now in this situation, what is happening here? If the roll button is there, then you will go to the next state called S5. S5 state you have to go with the roll button. Okay. So here, if you observe that in this particular fifth state, you can find one important thing. Okay. From S5 to where it has to go was the question, right? For example, if the roll button is there but equality signal is available, for example, equal is there. Okay, of course you have come here at this point, but the equality is information is there, equality is there. Then what you have to do, that you can say that yes, the point value is equal to the store value. Sorry, store value is equal to the current sum value. Therefore, you automatically win the game. Next, second point is that if equality part is there, but D7 is there now. For example, D7 is there. What you have to do? You may lose the game because D7 and signal can వచ్చిందంటే మీరు lose అయిపోయినట్టే. Second time లో వస్తే, first time లో వస్తే no problem, but second time లో వస్తే you will lose the game. సో ఈ రెండు కూడా జరగలేదు. ఈక్వల్ the SP value is equal to the current sum value అవ్వలేదు, D7 కూడా రాలేదు ఇక్కడ. Then what it has to do, that means this is the operation. So it has to go to the previous state, which means that I want to roll the button again. Okay. So if the roll button is there at this point, you can say remains in the same state, and we can start the things at this point also. Okay. This is the control unit for a state diagram, for the die scheme control unit. The state diagram for the control unit. Clear? So this information I have taken from the control unit information, input and output information. So I have drawn this SM chart based on this particular SM chart. Sorry, this based on this block diagram, right? So shall we write the SM chart for this one? So once we know that state diagram, it is possible to develop the SM chart directly. Of course, SM chart also we can do that directly, but from this one we can develop. Okay. So let us now draw SM chart. Controls. Okay, just wait for 5 minutes. I will complete it. Please wait for 5 minutes. Copy and then paste here. Okay, this is what actually. Yeah, this is a self-explanatory because we have already seen how to develop the state diagram from the SM chart. SM chart from the state diagram. Okay, very easily that we can do it. What is this? It is rotated not rotating. Okay. So from this one we can start here. Okay. So I hope you can understand this point. I'm going to write only one day. If you are there in the S0 state, for example, okay, then we have to check for RB. Okay, whether RB is there or not, we need to check. Okay, therefore I'm going to write RB information. So RB is there or not. Okay, if RB is there, if RB is not there, it remains in the same state. If RB is there, we have to go to the next state. So if you're there in the S1 state, write in the S1 state. Okay. Now what we have to do? So we have to check for RB, the RB as well as D7, 11 and everything of all these things. Okay, if RB is there, for example, okay, if RB is there, actually what it says that you must be there in the same state. RB is there or not. So 1, 2, 3, and 4 combinations. For all these 4 combinations, this is the one RB dash, RB dash, RB dash, RB dash. That means as S1, we need to check based on RB dash also. Therefore, in S1, we have to check for RB dash. And one more thing is that if it is a D7 and 11 is there or not. D7 and 11. Okay. So D7 and 11 untenemo. So I think better to write here. So D7 11 is not there, but it is there here. Okay, so therefore we have to check about the D7 11 also. If it is there, you may win the game. If it is not there, then we have to check for D2 to 2, 3, 12. And if it is true, we'll go for this one. Okay, then provide that we have to start a signal called SP if it is not there, if ST is not there. And everything is also very simple way that we can do it here with the help of state diagram. Okay, so therefore we can develop the SM chart for the state diagram very easily. Okay, just by look, if you understand carefully the state diagram, SM chart is also very simple to understand. Okay, actually it is not necessary for the state diagram to draw first of all. Directly we can draw the SM chart. Okay, so that is the advantage of using the SM chart. But for the conventional way that I am done that based on the state diagram, I have developed the SM chart. Okay, so this is what we have to do. Now please take it as an assignment that so for this SM chart, okay, draw the mathematical equations. So develop sequential circuit for dice controller. Okay, dice controller. So develop the sequential circuit for the dice game controller. What do you mean by that one? What do you mean by that one? So actually we know that is a combination circuit, a sequential circuit. So it is generating so and so, and from here to here. Okay. So this is what happened here. And mathematical equations that we have to develop the mathematical equations. Develop the mathematical equation, Boolean equations. Okay, so already whatever the way that we have done, the same way that we have to do here also. Okay, if you have any doubt, we will see in the next class. So with this, the dice game is controller. With this, we have completed the dice game controller. If you have any doubt, you please let me know. I will post all these things in the tonight. I will certainly I will post all the lectures. You please go through it once for your exam. Thank you. అయిపోయింది చెప్పు ఏంటన్నా ఎవరు చెప్పారు ఏది ఉండదు అట్లా ఎవరో ఫేక్ వచ్చింది స్టూడెంట్ అదే స్టూడెంట్ కూడా ఎవడో ఫేక్ చేసి